Please be seated. When I was small, Christmas was super exciting for several reasons, but one of them was definitely the presents. And I don't mean Presence. I really looked forward to the presents. I came from a big family. There were 7 kids, and we didn't have many presents, but we would all give each other presents. So there were lots of things, and we had our stockings to open. And I would buy presents for all my siblings too. So honestly, it wasn't just the things I was going to receive. It was the excitement of the things that I had picked out for the rest of my family and watching them open those presents. So you've probably come up with a present for someone before that you put a lot of thought into, and maybe you made it, or maybe you picked it out specially and you thought about how that person was going to appreciate it, and you really anticipated greatly, how much they would love it, and you really wanted them to. And then maybe they did, and you saw them a little while later and they were wearing the scarf that you gave them, and you're like, oh, look, she liked my present. There she is. Have you ever had that kind of experience where you really thought about what you wanted to give someone, and there was a lot of joy and anticipation in that? When we are leading up to Christmas, we have a tree of hearts at Trinity, and the tree back there has hearts with a name or a number and a gift. I think the names aren't on there, but we pick some families that need some extra help, and we put the gifts that they are hoping to get, and people take them, and I am blown away by the generosity. People go all out, and they don't just get what's on the heart sometimes. They get a little extra, or they get the deluxe version. It's really something. So Christmas makes me think of presents, but it also makes me think of the gifts that God gives us. So my niece Marie, when she was about 6 or 7, I had the opportunity to be worshiping with her in a church service, and she was amazing at the hymns. She was reading them, sight reading, and she was singing out, and it was really fun. And my sister Lydia was with us, and when we were done, she whispered to Marie, you're really good at that. And Marie said, I know. It's my gift. And she wasn't bragging. She just had learned that God had given her a talent. And she loved using that talent. And I could just kind of imagine God looking down and saying, she really likes it. I gave her that, and she's really enjoying it. And I wonder how much delight God does take in us when we use those gifts that God gives us. And those gifts are things like talents. Some of us have musical talents. What a beautiful display of that. And many other things, many ways that we have hospitality, or looking out for people, or making people feel included, or a gift for mathematics, or to be the treasurer. I mean, there's so many different ways that we can serve God, not just in the church, using the talents and the gifts that God gives us. But God also gives us other things that we can use in good ways. Money, resources, all kinds of things like that. Privilege. We have certain things that we just have by virtue of who we are. Sometimes things that we have earned, sometimes things that just have come to us without even asking. And those are things those are other gifts that we have that we, I think, can use in that way. And of course, the greatest gift that God has given us is what we are here to celebrate tonight. The gift of Jesus coming into the world, the gift of God becoming incarnate, becoming a human being with all of the messiness that humans have, with all of the physical needs that we have, with the cold and the hot and the hungry and all of these things. God came into the world as a vulnerable, tiny, completely dependent human being. And God grew into a man. And God understands firsthand what it means to feel all of the emotions that we feel. All of the many things. The capacity to love, the difficulty to love sometimes. Jealousy, great joy, all of those things. Those are all things that God firsthand knows about. And that is an amazing gift. And the gift of Jesus to come and to live and to teach and to heal and to die and to be raised again, all of that is the greatest gift. And sometimes I wonder if God looks down and says, I gave them this amazing gift and I'm not sure they're appreciating it. But I think sometimes God can say, wow, I think they're getting it. I think they understand what gift that was. I'm watching how they work. I'm watching how they represent me in the world. I'm watching how they are becoming Jesus' hands and feet in the world. I'm watching how they're taking care of others. I'm watching how much they appreciate that. And I think that's our job, to give the presents and to receive the presents in a way that makes God happy and proud of us. And in a way, later in the service, we'll come together, we'll celebrate communion together. And as we receive the bread and wine, we believe that Jesus really is present. Now I'm talking about the other kind of presence in that sacrament. And that gift of Jesus' presence is a wonderful, holy thing. And I invite you all to be a part of that, too. So this Christmas, some of us have lots of things to open tomorrow, some of us maybe not so much. Whatever it is, whether it's a tangible gift, whether it's a talent, whether it's whatever it is, a knowledge, a way you have of sharing, I pray that you will be ready to receive that gift and ready to give it back. Amen.